Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So even today we will be discussing few multiple choice questions from the chapter Factors and Multiples. Coming to the first question for today, which of the following statements are true or false? So what should we do? We are having four statements A, B, C and D. We have to read these statements, understand and tell whether these are true or false. Coming to the first one, if a number is divisible by 6, it must be divisible by 12. What are they saying? Suppose if we have any number, say 72. Which a number which is divisible by 6, then it must be divisible by 12. No children, the divisibility rule for 12 is that the number should be divisible by both 3 and 4. So when a number is divisible by both 3 and 4, it would be divisible by 12. There is no compulsion that the number should be divisible by 6. Okay. Now so A becomes false. Yes, there is no rule that the number should be divisible by 12 also. Coming to B, if a number is divisible by 6, it must be divisible by 3. Yes, B is true. If you remember the divisibility rule for 6, it should be divisible by both 3 and 2. That is only when the number becomes divisible by 6. So what is B? B is true here. Next question, statement C. If a number is divisible by 100, then it must be divisible by 25. Option C is also true. Okay. So for a number to be divisible by 100, it must have 0 in the ones and tens place, and for a number to be divisible by 25, it must have 0 or 25 or 50 or 75 in the ones place, children. Okay, so here 0 as it is common for both. When a number is divisible by 12, it is also divisible by 25. Okay, so again C becomes true. Next, question D. A number divisible by a number divisible by 256 is even. Now see, when we take the numbers divisible by 256, okay. Now the numbers divisible by 256 is an even number. What is it, children? It is an even number. And if you look at the sixth table, 256, yes, if you look at the sixth table, we have 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12, 6 threes are 18, 6 fours are 24, 6 fives are 30. Let me write it quickly here. Now what are you observing? All the multiples of 6 are even numbers. Yes or no? See, they are having 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in the ones place. Now here 256 is an even number with 6 in the ones place. So whatever number we multiply it will also be an even number. Okay, you can check again. You can multiply 256 with any number you want and check. The number will be even only. So a number divisible by 256 is always an even number. So option D also becomes true. So what is the correct answer? Option B, false. First one is false and the remaining three are true. Okay. Next question. Match the following. 93 is, see here we are having list 1 and list 2. We have to match the statements in list 1 with the answers in list 2. Now 93 is not a multiple of. Okay children. 93 is a multiple of 1. 193s are 93. Again 93 is a multiple of 3. 3 31s are 93. Again 31 3s are 93. So what is the answer? Option 4. What? 93 is not a multiple of 7. It does not come in 7 table. Coming to question B. Statement B here. Every number is a multiple of dash. Every number is a multiple of 1. Okay, and 1 is a factor of every number. Coming to question C, 12 is a multiple of, we are left with these two numbers. Of these two, which is the multiple, 12 is a multiple of what? 12 is a multiple of 3. 3 fours are 12. And the last remaining one will go to what, children? Obviously 3. 31 2s are 62. 62 is a multiple of 31. So what is the correct answer? 4, 1, 2 and 3. Now if you look at the options, it is option A, 4, 1, 2 and 3. Next question. Identify an example for co-prime numbers. Again, what are co-prime numbers? These are two numbers whose common factor is only 1. If you look at the first two set of numbers 25 and 14, the factors of 25 are 1, 5 and 25. The factors of 14 are 1, 2, 7 and 14. Yes, so what is the common factor between these two? Only 1. Now what does that make? 25 and 14, they become our co-prime numbers. So option A is our correct answer. If you look at other options, here 16 and 18, they both share the common multiple 2 as well. Okay, here they both share the common factors. Common factors 3 and 9 now also. Okay children, here 11 is also 1 and 11 are the common factors. So only option A has 1 as the common factors. So they become our co-prime numbers. Next question 24. In how many ways can we arrange 24 glasses on a kitchen shelf? Choose the best answer. What are they saying? See, on a kitchen shelf, there is one shelf, it seems. Yes, you know what is a shelf, right? On our wall, we'll be having shelves where we keep all our things. Yes or no? Now there is one shelf and we are having 24 glasses. Now we have to tell in how many ways can we arrange these 24 glasses. Now the answer for this question, you can ask, how is this arrangement related to our factors and multiples? That is because here if we write the factors of 24. What are the factors of 24 children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. These 8 numbers are the factors of 24. So these become the arrangement. How means 124s are 24, right? So all the 24 glasses can be arranged in one row, or 2 12s are. It can be arranged in 2 rows and in each row will be having 12 glasses. Next 3 8s are 24, or we can arrange in 3 rows and in each row will be having 8 glasses, or we can arrange them in 4 rows and in each row will be having 6 glasses. Understood children? This is how our question is related to our factors and multiples here. Yes, now arrangement, that means what we will write it in, we will arrange in groups of some. Yes, we will arrange it in groups. Now if we find out the factors, we'll get our answer. How many ways? Let me write it in the form of multiplication here. 124s are, 2 12s are, 3 8s are and 4 6 are 24. Now 4 ways, we can arrange in 4 ways, 1 2 3 4. So option A becomes our correct answer. All 24 glasses in one row, or 2 rows of 12 glasses each, or 3 rows of 8 glasses each, and lastly 4 rows of 6 glasses each, children. Yes, we have solved word problems also like this, right? Now how did we solve? Suppose if we have say 6 glasses in each box, then how many glasses are there in 4 boxes? Did we solve or not? Yes. So here the answer is given. We had to find out which two numbers should we multiply to get our 24. That is, we had to find out the factors of 24. Option A becomes our correct answer. Next question. What is the sum of first 5 multiples of 8? Now what are the multiples of 8? How will we get? 8 ones are 8. 8 twos are 16. 8 threes are 24. 8 fours are 32. 8 fives are 40. So what are these? These are our first 5 multiples of 8. Now what should we do? Sum. That means we need to add all these together. 8 plus 6, 14. Yes, 14 plus 4, 6. 14 plus 4, 18. 18 plus 2, 20. 20 plus 0, again 20. 0 here, 2 carried. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. What is our answer? 120. That is option D. Understood, children? Next, find the least 4-digit number that is divisible by 8. Now for this type of questions, children, remember when they ask you to find the least 4-digit number that is divisible by 8. Now here we are having 4 options, yes or no? So one way to solve is that you can take each number, yes, 1000, 1008, 4000 and 1016. You can take each of these numbers and then divide them by 8. Okay, and then divide by them 8 and then see which is exactly divisible by 8. Or the actual way of solving this is, what is the least 4-digit number? 1000. Yes or no? So first we have to divide 1000 by 8. Yes, first we need to check whether 1000 is divisible by 8. We have 8 ones are 8. When we subtract, 2 is remaining, 0 brought down. 8 twos are 16. When we subtract, 4 is remaining, 0 brought down. 8 fives are 40. When we subtract, 0 is remaining. So what is the remainder here? 0 is our remainder. Now what does that mean? 8 divides 1000 exactly. That means 1000 is divisible by 8. Now 1000 is our smallest 4-digit number. So option A, 1000 becomes our answer. Okay. Next. Find the product of, understood right children, the least 4-digit number that is divisible by 8 becomes 1000. Now what if the remainder here is 2? For example, the remainder we got is 2. Now what will we do? 1000 is not divisible by 8. Now then what should we do is, the divisor is 8 and the remainder is 2. We need to subtract these two. 8 minus 2 will give us 6. Add this 6 to 1000. Now 1000 plus 6006 becomes our least 4-digit number that will be divisible by 8. Okay. What should you do? You should subtract the remainder from the divisor and then add it to our least 4-digit number to get the number that is divisible by 8. Understood, children? Next question. Find the product of all the factors of 40. Now what are the factors of 40? 140s are 40. 220s are 40. 40 does not come in 3 table. Then we have 4 tens are 40 and then we have 5 eights are 40. Yes. Now we should find out the product of all these factors. Now you need to solve this. What do you say? We need to solve this one intelligently. We have 2 5s are 10. Yes. Then we have 10 tens are 100. Okay. 100 we have kept aside. Now let us multiply the remaining numbers. 4 eights are 32. Yes or no, children? 4 eights are 32. 32 into 20 becomes 640. 640 into 40 becomes how much? 2 zeros in the answer. 4s are 16. 1 carried 4 2s are 24. Plus 1 becomes 25. 25600 into 100. Yes. Now if you look at the If you look at the options here, we are having 256 into 100. Is it correct? No. Here we are having 256 into 100. Yes, but here after 256 we are having 2 more zeros. So these 2 zeros if we write here, can we do that, children? See, 100 into, again what did we get? 100 into 25600, 2 lakh, 25,600. If we multiply, our product will be this 2,56,000. Yes or no? 256. After that we are placing 4 zeros here. Now 2,56,000. Sorry, it is 25,60,000. Yes, 25,60,000 is our answer. 256. How do we multiply with 100? When we multiply a number by 100, we need to place 2 zeros to the right. That is what we have done here. We are placing 2 zeros to the right. Now if you look at the options, which is the correct one? Option B becomes our correct one. Why? See, 256 into 10,000. How to multiply? The number 256 written as it is, and then we are having 4 zeros. So those 4 zeros will be written to the right of 256. Are these two the same? Yes, these are the same. So option B becomes our correct answer. Understood, children? We already know how to multiply by 10. Yes. So when we multiply by 10, what we'll do? We'll place this 1 0 to the right. In the same way here we are multiplying with 10,000. So what should we do? We should place these 4 zeros to the right. Then what will we get? 25,60,000. That is nothing but the product of all the factors of 40. So option B becomes our correct answer. Next, how many factors does 256 have? So we need to write all the factors now. 256 1, comma 256. Does it come in 2 table? Yes, it is having 6 in the ones place. So what will it be? 1, 2, 8. 1. Sorry, we should write it at the back, right? Yes. 2 128s are. Then will it come in 3 table? 2 plus 5 7. 7 plus 6 is how much? 13. No, it will not come in 3 table. Now will it come in 4 table? 4 6 are, yes, it will come in 4 table. 4 6 are 24, 4 4s are 16. 64 4s are 256. Now will it come in 5 table? No. Will it come in 6 table? No. Because it is not divisible by 3. Yes, for it to be divisible by 6, it should be divisible by both 2 and 3. Now will it come in 7 table? 7 3s are 21, 46. No, it will not come in 7 table as well. Will it come in 8th table? 256 divided by 8. 3 8s are 24. When we subtract, 1 is remaining, 6 brought down. 8 2s are 16. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. So 8 is a factor of 256. 8 32s are 256. Now will it come in 9 table? 256. When we add 2 plus 5, 7. 7 plus 6 is equal to 13. Is 13 a multiple of 9? No. So 256 is not divisible by what number, children? It is not divisible by 9. I think it is divisible by this. 6 6 are 36, 6 1 are 6, 7 8 9. Yes, we again have 16 6 are 256. What do we have, children? 16 6 are 256. So again 16 also becomes our factor. Now this is it. By mistake I erased it. 1 2 4, what did we get? 1 2 4 8 16 32 64, and then Was it 8? 32s are 8. Then 64. Then 128, I believe. 128 and 256. These are all the factors of 256. Now how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So option A, 9 becomes our correct answer. 256 has 9 factors. Coming to the next one. How many hundreds are there in the sum of the factors of 140? Again, what should we do? Find out the factors of 140. The sum of factors of 140. 1 140s are 140. 270s are 140. Does it come in 3 table? No. 4 table? Yes. 4 3s are 12. 4 5s are 20. So 35 4s are 140. Again in 5 table we have 5 28s are 140. And then it does not come in 6 table. It comes in 7th table. 7 20s are 140. Then will it come in 8 table? 8 ones are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, it will not come in 8 table. Will it come in 9 table? 1 plus 4, 5. No, it will not come in 1 table. Then we have 10 14s are 140. Yes. And these are all the factors of what, children? 140. Let us add 7 plus 4, 11. 1 carry. 3, 4, 5. 51. So, I will add here 51 plus 1 becomes 52. It is a very simple question actually. We need to add all the factors. 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 8 16, 16 plus 10 becomes 26. 2 carried. 2 plus 5 7, 7 plus 4 becomes 11, 11 plus 7 18, 18 plus 3 21, 21 plus 2 23, 2 carried. 2 plus 1 becomes 3. 336 is our answer. Now what should we find out? How many hundreds are there in sum of the factors of 140? If you look at the place values, h in hundreds place we are having 3. So how many hundreds are there in the sum? There are 3 hundreds. So option D becomes our correct answer. Next, x is the sum of the factors of 84. Which of the following is a correct statement? Again, sum of factors of what? 84. Now we have 184s are, then 242s are, then we have even in 3 table 8 plus 4 becomes 12. Yes or no? So 12 is a multiple of 3. It is divisible by 3 as well. 3 2s are 6, 3 8s are 24. We have 4 21s are, yes, then it will not come in 5 table. It's divisible by 6. 6 1s are 6, 6 4s are 24. It is divisible by 7 as well. 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14. Now will it come in 8th table? No. Will it come in 9th table? No, it will not come in 9th table as well. So let us add 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 7 17, plus 2 19, 39. So here 39 plus 1 becomes 40. If we add 4 6 8 9 10 11 19 24. So 2 carried here, children. 6 plus 2 plus 4 6. 6 plus 8 becomes how much? 14. 14 plus 4 18. 18 plus 2 20. 20 plus 2 22. What is the answer? 224. If you look at the statement, the digits in hundreds and tens place of the sum are same. Yes, in both the hundreds and tens places, the digits are same. That is, we are having 2. So option A becomes our. A and B are two one-digit numbers such that A into B is equal to 2025. What are the respective values of A and B? Now we'll take each of the given numbers and then multiply them to see whether the product is 2025 or not? Let us see. A into A, that means 5 5s are 25, into B into B, that means 9 9s are 81. 25 into 81. First 25 ones are 25. Next putting 0 here. 8 5s are 40. 8 2s are 16 plus 4 20. Yes children, 2025. Yes, we got our answer for the first option only. So option A becomes our correct answer. Okay. You know how to multiply, right? So I did not explain it clearly. Next. Question 32. Observe the twin primes in the given table. Which of the given twin primes are present in the prime factorization of 2, 1, 4, 5? Okay. Now we have to see which of the given primes are present in the prime factorization of 2, 1, 4, 5. If we look at the given number children, 2145. Now it is having 5 in the ones place. That means it is divisible by 5. Yes or no? Yes, so it is divisible by 5. Now coming to divisibility by 3. 2 plus 1 becomes 3. 3 plus 4 7. 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. 12 is a multiple of 3. So the given number 2145 is also divisible by 3. So P is there for sure. 3 and 5 both are divisible by the given number is divisible by both our given numbers. Now coming to the next one. So P is already there. If you look at the options, with P there are 3 possibilities, either Q, R or S. We should multiply now. We should multiply and check. 2, 1, 4, 5, right? So we are already having 5 3s are 15. So let us divide and see. 2, 1, 4, 5. So we are already having 15 as one of the factors of the given numbers. Now if you remember 15th table, 15 ones are 15. Yes, minus 21 minus 6, 21 minus 15, 6 is remaining, 4 brought down, 15 fours are 60, when we subtract 4 is remaining, 5 brought down, 15 threes are 45, 0. So 15 into 143 is equal to our 2145. What did we get from this? 2145 is nothing but 15 into 143. Now what is the prime factorization for this? 3 into 5. Now how will we get 143? 11 into 13. Okay children, what did we do? We were having one of the factors, and to find out the other factor, what did we do? We divided the given number by our factor. Yes, and then we got our other factor. Now the prime factors of 143 are 11 and 13. So the prime numbers in the factorization are 3, 5, 11 and 13. So 3, 5, 11 and 13. So what is the correct answer? P and R. That is option D. P and R are present in the prime factorization. Next, identify the number whose prime factorization has 3 2s, 4 3s and a 5. 3 2s. So 2 into 2 into 2, that is equal to 8, into 4 3s. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. That is equal to 81 into 5. So 8 5s are becomes 40. 40 into 81, it becomes 3240. So what is the answer children? Option A. Understood, right? We took the question and then multiplied the given numbers, so that the number became our option A, 3240. Next, a box had some pens in it. When the pens are distributed equally to 18 children, none of them remained. But while distributing to 19 children, 5 got 1 pen less than the others. How many pens were there in the box? Now what are they saying? When we distributed the pens to 18 children, then they were distributed equally. So if the given options, which of the following is a multiple of 18 children? Option C, 90 is a multiple of 18. So option C becomes our correct answer even without looking at the next question. Okay. So when divided to 18 students, they were distributed equally, right? So we have 18, 18 5s are 90. Sorry, 18 5s are 90. So 90 here is exactly divisible by 18. So that becomes our correct answer. And when you divide 90 by 19, you will get 14 as your remainder. Okay. So the correct answer is 90. Next, Akash's age is a factor of 14. Next year his age will be a multiple of 5. How long will he be in 6 years? First, Akash's age is a factor of 14. What are the factors of 14? 1, 2, 7 and 14. Yes, the age might be one of these. Now next year, that means add 1, 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 7 plus 1 8, 14 plus 1 15. So in the next year, the age will be a multiple of 5. So of these, which is a multiple of 5? 15 is a multiple of 5. Now how long will he be in 6 years time? Yes, so what was the age actually? Before adding 1, what was it, children? It was 14. Yes or no? It was 14. That means the actual age of Akash is 14. So in 6 years times, what will be his age? How to find out? We should add 6 to it. 14 plus 6 becomes 20. So in 6 years, Akash will be 20 years old. That is option D. Okay. Next. What is the sum of the numbers that are multiples of 7 as well as factors of 42? Now what are the multiples of 7? 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 21. Okay, I'll write till here. Then let me write the multiples of what, children? Multiples of our number 42. Sorry, factors of 42. 6 sevens are 42, 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12, 14 threes are 42. Yes, then we have 2 21s are 42 and then 142s are 42. Yes, so what are the factors as well as multiples? What are the common here? 7 is the common number, 14, 21 and 42. So what should we do with this? Sum. 7 plus 14 plus 21 plus 42. So what is the sum? 7 plus 4 11, 11 plus 1 12, 12 plus 2 13, 1 carry 2 4 and 8. Did I add wrong here? 7 plus 4 11, 11 plus 1 12, 12 plus 2 14. Yes. So what is our final answer? 84 is the final answer. Option A becomes our correct answer. Okay, so whatever is asked in the question, write accordingly so that you will get your answers. Next, study the information given in the box. What is the value of x? X is a both multiple of 6 and also a factor of 84. Now if we look at the first option 42, is it a multiple of 6? Yes, 6 sevens are 42. And is it a factor of 8 here? Yes, we have 42 twos are 84. So option A becomes our correct answer. Okay children, this is how we need to solve. We need to take each of the given options and then check whether the given statements are true for it or not. Next, question 38. P is a two-digit common factor of 36 and 24. What is a number that is a both? So Q is a number that is both a factor and multiple of 28. What is the value of P plus Q? So what are they saying? P is a two-digit common factor of 36 and 24. First let me write the factors of 36 and 24 here. See children, here I have written the factors of 36 and 24, which is the two-digit common factor Only 12 is the 2-digit common factor. So P is equal to 12. Coming to Q, it is a number that is both a factor and multiple of 28. Now these are the factors of 28 and multiples of 28. Now which is the common number here? 28. Yes. So Q is what? Q is 28. Now what should we do? P is 12, Q is 28. We should add these two. When we add 12 plus 28 together, the answer is 40. So option D, 40 becomes our correct answer. Next, when a number x is added to 8, the sum is divisible by 14. Now what could the number be? Number x be. What should we do? We should add 8 to the number and check whether it is divisible by 14 or not. Now let us see. 48 plus 8 becomes 56. Now is 56 divisible by 14? Yes, we have 14 fours are 56. So option A becomes our correct answer. Now if we add 58 and 8 together, the answer will be 66. It is not divisible by 14. Okay children. So only option A will be our correct answer. Next, the quotient when a number is divided by 5 is 6. What is the quotient when the same number is divided by 30? Now the quotient is given and the divisor, the number is divided by means 5 becomes our divisor is given. Then what is the value of dividend? Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient. Yes or no? Plus remainder. Okay. Now divisor is 5 into quotient is 6. Yes. Now the remainder is not given, so we'll assume that it is 0. So 5 into 6 becomes 30. What is the number children? What is the number? The number is 30. The quotient is 6. Okay. The quotient is 6. Divisor is 5. And the dividend is 30. So what happens when the same number is divided by 30? Now our number is 30. When divided by 30, what will happen to the quotient? 30 ones are 30. So the quotient becomes 1. Option A. Yes children, I hope this was clear, right? We have solved 20 questions today, and with this we'll end